Hi Bug, I'm Annie, and I was just saying that I was just gonna do your tag video. I don't know why. Cause I'm weird, I guess. No, not weird. I'm shy. Um, my favorite kind of pizza is Hawaiian. I just love pineapple, and I think it's awesome that they put it on a pizza. Um, the most famous person I ever met was Gloria Gaither, and if you don't know who she is, she sings music, Christian music. She writes Christian songs and lots of hymns, and her husband's Bill Gaither, and he's like super, super famous. She said I looked pretty. I didn't know who she was until she started singing, and I'm like, oh, Gloria Gaither. But before that, it was like Alf when I was a little kid. Um, my last meal, I don't know. I have no idea what my last meal would be. I change my favorite meal like every day, but right now I'm like on this Mexican kick, so I don't know, maybe quesadillas. Um, have you ever broken something and blamed someone else? I really don't remember if I have. It sounds like something I would do, but I really don't know if I did or not. So I have no idea. If you could be any character in a Broadway show, who would you be? I probably would be Tracy Turnblad from Hairspray. I love the Hairspray musical. I actually tried out and didn't make it. I just don't think I have the confidence or something. I don't exude Tracy's confidence at all, but I love her. And I think I'm just too tall. I'm 5'9" and 3/4 or something, so I might be 5'10", but and she's supposed to be short. What was your best subject in high school? Oh gosh, I really loved the art, so probably any of the art classes. I took choir, and I loved choir until my senior year, but that's because we got a new choir teacher and I didn't like her. And then probably photography. I took a photography class in high school, and I'm actually pursuing a photography career, or a career in photography. So, and I also took drawing and ceramics, and but an actual like scholastic class would probably be English. I really didn't like history. I was a history major in college, go figure, but it was more for how many credits it took to graduate. So yeah, definitely the arts. Describe your worst job ever. Gosh, probably Wendy's. I worked at Wendy's my senior year of high school and the year after. And I just hated it. Hated it. I don't know whether it was the people I worked with or the people I had to deal with. They always had me in the front cash register. They said I was too nice to be in the hole, which is a little drive-through window. They said I was just too nice for it. So they wanted me up front. But the most that part wasn't bad, but the part that I really hated was when I couldn't be up front and I was put on fries, and I'd always get burnt. And then I would smell like Wendy's all day, and nobody wants to smell like Wendy's. So I guess that's probably the worst job. Or working at a deli. I worked at a deli a couple years ago rather, and my boss fired me because I was friends with her ex-boyfriend, and she made my life miserable. I only worked there for a month, so I really hated putting that on applications. But she hired me because I was friends with him, and then she thought we were more than we were, and she fired me and said, "This just isn't your cup of tea." And so yeah, it was just awkward. And how many computers do you have? I only have this one, my little MacBook. It's really old and it's falling apart around me, but I love it. I don't want to get rid of it. Describe your first driving experience. Kind of took me by surprise. I was 15, and we lived on a country road, and my dad stopped on our driveway. We had a really long driveway, and he stopped the car and said, Annie, get out. And he had me drive. And I drove the whole length of the driveway. And it was my grandma and grandpa's car. And I was really scared because it was grandma and grandpa's car. I don't know why we had it. We were probably borrowing it for the weekend for some reason. We only had one family car. So maybe we needed two that weekend. I don't know. And that was my first driving experience. But after that, he really didn't let me drive anymore. And it wasn't like I did anything bad. I just think he was scared because his little girl was growing up. And I think it took him really hard. But my little brother could drive all the time. He drove to take the trash bag up and down the driveway. It was kind of awkward, like definitely a double standard thing. And I was able to get my driver's license like when I was turned 16, and I only missed one. And it was a dumb question, like who would know the answer to it? But it was like, what hours is sunset? Yeah, who knows the answer to that? That changes every day. So yeah, it was just a weird question, and yeah, and I never really drove after that, mostly because my dad was scared, but the fact was I had my license, and if I needed to, and if I was on a pinch, I could drive, and I've driven just a handful of times after that, and now I live in a city, and I ride the bus everywhere, so it's not that big of a deal, and my favorite pair of shoes, I wish I could say they were like a really cool pair of stilettos or something like that, but I can't walk in them. I'm too tall, too fat or something, I don't know, I just can't do it. But these, they're just cheapy Walmart men's shoes that I colored when I was working at the deli, actually. They've got sunflowers on them, and you can see like where it's rained or I walked in water or something and they kind of bled through. I kind of need to do some new ones. The lining's actually ripped out of them, but I wear them to work. I work at a daycare, and the kids love them. They're like, flowers! Miss Annie has flowers! And just really cute, and yeah. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I can't believe I did a tag video. Thanks. Bye.